So, you're headed off to a planned appointment to see a client, an important client. You're in the car, you're kind of ready to go. Now, it's kind of interesting to me because Al Granum said that 50% of all appointments that are set are postponed or canceled or modified in some way. Those are kind of crappy odds, really, when you think about it. But you know what? You can improve your odds of a kept appointment with a little icon organization. And here are 5 ways to improve your odds of a kept appointment. Number 1, you want to make sure that you first confirm the importance of the meeting with the person you're going to meet. Now, my friend George Sigurdsson, and an icon if there ever was one, always makes it very clear to his prospect that the particular appointment time that they've set is extraordinarily important to him in his business. And so he will say something like, now, are you sure you can make it at 2 o'clock next Thursday? Are you certain that lunch on, 2 Fridays from now works for you? Are you certain? And say, yeah, George, of course I'm sure. Why would I say this? Well, I just need you to know that it's that important to my business. I only have so much time, and these are very important to you, to me, and I want to make sure that you can be there. I'm not trying to push you. I just want to make sure you can be there. And you know what? Some people say, well, George, you might say, well, why would you kind of want to push the guy and not get it? Because George wants a set appointment to be a kept appointment. And I think that is really important. And it's better to know now when you're making the appointment as opposed to the day before when you can hardly schedule for the next day, or perhaps even worse, get that awful no-show. You're testing for sincerity at the outset, and that is a icon advantage. Number 2, make sure that you set the appointment convenient to the prospect. Now, I know in this business we're very big on having them come to us and everything, and I get all that. However, I gotta say that, you know what, if you make it convenient to them, they're more likely to be there. So a time and a place that works for them. Maybe it's the Starbucks around the corner. It's the restaurant in their neighborhood. That makes it easier for them to be there, especially on a first appointment. So be careful of that. Lunch, coffee, all of that makes it easier, more convenient, and more memorable to them. Number 3, how about you book far enough in advance with your prospect that you can, make it a real big deal. You can send a written note, a classy note on a piece of classy stationery. You could send it out to your prospect. You can get it to them in advance. That's like 7 to 10 days, I'm guessing. You give enough notice. And by the way, you want to be booking 7 to 10 days in advance anyway. Otherwise, you're just not busy enough to be worth my time, are you? So you want to do that. You courier it? Of course. Why wouldn't you? That just makes it a bigger deal. So maybe you want to send a book on a topic related to what you're talking about, or some interest to your prospect. You want to send some information, a brochure, something, but book far enough in advance. You've got a better chance of a kept appointment. Number 4, of course, right when you're making the appointment, why not send an email confirmation immediately upon making it? So maybe that's email, maybe that's a text, and make sure you get their cell phone number so you can send them a text. I don't know, texts have become the handwritten notes of this new world, so make sure you send it to them. So, hey, you would just say something like this. Hey, Bob, let's write this down in the book right now, or put this on your electronic calendar right now, so we make sure we attend. We can both be at that meeting. Let's just make sure that happens. Maybe you're also sending them a calendar invite. Maybe that's what you're doing, right? Do it that way. Make sure you've got it. And number 5, I think the last thing you want to do, and I think some people forget about this, is you want to confirm the appointment just before you leave, like just before I'm leaving on this appointment. Here's what you do. You want to just in good time before your appointment, and really before you drive out, and I take it you're going on that appointment, here's what you do. You call and you say, Bob, it's Jim Ruta calling. I'm just confirming our appointment for an hour, 5 minutes from now, an hour and 20 minutes from now, whatever that is, in good time, just confirming our appointment at 10 o'clock. I will see you there, but I think I'm going to be about 5 minutes late. Will that be a problem? Will that be a problem? Of course, if 5 minutes is a problem, you probably didn't have a prospect, did you? On the other hand, if they forgot, you've now reminded them in a professional sort of way, and they can say, oh, yeah, of course, that'll be great. I'll be there. And if it's not a good time because something else happened, something, sort of interceded, well, you haven't left yet. And so while it's no good to get a no-show, it's better to get it before you show up yourself. So that's a huge thing. Remember something. These 5 ideas can help you keep more appointments. And when you keep more appointments, well, you know what that means is you're going to grow your experience and you're going to become your very best faster. And that's what you want to do if you want to be an icon in this business. Hey, be sure to share this particular Facebook post with any of your friends or associates you think could use some more information like this. Also, have a look at rutasrules.com, rutasrules.com, for my investment executive television program every week. More of this information. And also check out jimruta.com. There's a lot of great information there. And maybe you want to join AdvisorCraft and get the detailed version of all these things right there every month, right to your mailbox. So we look forward to that. And of course, we'll see you again next